jou.
Good morning, everybody. Good to see you again. It was a good dinner last night. Indian food. Some people don't like Indian food, so we also had a good dinner. I heard from great. I'm happy to see you again. So let's go into some things we were doing yesterday and improve ourselves. Peter Kelly already sent me a message yesterday. Oh, did you enjoy the seminar? He was watching the videos, so he's with us from a distance. Who's planning to go to the demo seminar first? Kom erbij. Welkom. Ja, goed. So let's keep going. It's a go moment. I won't take as much time as yesterday to activate the thumb and roll, but maybe take a little time for it. So first take the middle of thumb then, the chest, and choose the middle. The front side goes up and the back side goes down, so you get this. Try to do it and now relax. It goes up, and you feel it, your shoulders go to each other without doing it yourself. It's just a natural reaction. And then the front goes down and the back goes up. So your shoulders collapse, this sternum collapses and the shoulders go forward. And relax. And do it a few times, kind of a massage, to make everything more supple in that area. If you really create the center and that's rotating, then the rest, the outside is naturally moving. In the center line. Get a little bit of feeling like when you're yawning, it's also like opening up, right? Maybe you can, from the center, you can go up on the left side and down on the right. Get some mobility there. You can do any direction you want. only one, right? But if you do more together and you kind of open up and you close, can you imagine what you do during your technique? Open up and you close. Let's also do a bit on then, or say back on then, or bottom on that. It's the same, create the middle, front goes up, back goes down, same amount. One down, back up. Maybe first you use quite a bit of muscle, but more and more it's more intention. Intention rotates the center. Mobility in that area. Activate. You can go left up and then right down. Other side. Fasten your seatbelt. Just go in any direction you want. Go to the side. Side. Any direction. Now do it together because they are two strong drivers. So turn them both and then both. If it's not so easy to use all tannenbal in your technique, at least use those two. Opening up, closing. You never have to push again with your arms if you do. Just rotate the inside and naturally your arms and move forward. It's like a English massage, so it's do you feel it? More simple. Maybe feel some pain somewhere, don't force it, make it smaller the movement, but it could be that the pain becomes less. Now for example, with the first exercises, when you go down, you just rotate them in. And then you go up, you rotate them out. So you don't do anything like leaning back, but you just rotate those 2 points open. So you can go up, and you go down. You rotate them in, and you look straight down. So do these exercises from the core, from the center. What do you think? To the side, you rotate the 2 centers. think the morning video you will see Dino's back a lot.
Oh, yeah.
It's always good. It used to be Eric's back. Die kan wel wat naar voren gaan om even te kijken. And move a little bit so to find the space also for the beginning exercises. So if you're space. So some feedback when we're doing this. What do you notice compared to your normal way of moving? Maybe try a few times the way you used to do this, just your normal way. Try to scan. There's a difference. And then rotate foot and then. What are you used to and how does it feel when you rotate them then? Any feedback?
Much more integrated. That's what you say. It's 1 unit.
1 unit, right?
It's more 1 unit.
More 1 unit, yeah. When one part moves, everything moves. It's the whole body moving. Yeah.
Connection to the ground.
More connection to the ground. And the rest is
From the core. Movement is more from the core.
from the core. Yeah. And otherwise
Less
it's
the outside.
less from the outside. Yeah. Try to do it for yourself. It's easy.
You don't throw away your tension.
Oh yeah.
Just, comes through here, so
Yeah.
more stable, etc.
It's good, especially like attention, consciousness. It's still here. Often when you move fast, it goes because it's like air. Now you're so actively, so it cannot go away. So you stay centered also with your awareness. Mind. It's very important. So just play with it when you do the exercises. Maybe another example, you will find out yourself because that's how it happened to me. It would help a bit. Like for example, we do this, we turn to the side and the elbow goes to the back or the shoulder blade moves to the middle. But it's just rotating this and then. This and then. So it's the center, this moves to the back, this to the front. This is the feeling. First you use the 3 big thumb then, and then you shoulder blade. Yeah. Instead of throwing away your arm, with no center, center is rotated. So we're always training our tongue with the beginning exercises, or then from now on, right? Improve your tanden. That's right. And it feels like everything's going back, but it means this side moves forward. Otherwise this point goes to the back. But it's in the middle, this moves back, and this side moves forward. You feel that feeling, it's two opposite directions. Makes it really stable. Once you get that feeling, that's why I put repeat and repeat. It's really a massive change. Does someone feel it? Like this moving forward, it was never in your mind, probably, right? Because you felt it was going back. It's good if you go back, as long as I don't push you, right? As going forward, nothing is happening because it's just balance.
It feels like the movement is radiating out from the tendon rather than something else controlling the rotation around the tendon.
The last one, the head, we did it yesterday. It's also a sensitive area to wobble before you know it. So create the center, and one side moves this way, one side this way. To the side. That's not the right way to say it. Up and down. Keep the center. And forward. Up. You remember the concept Aikisagen? That's what we're doing basically. Aikiagen, right? This goes up, this goes down. This is what you're doing. So you rotate on the point. One side goes up, one side goes down. You do it everywhere, also here. One side goes up, one side goes down. So everything is Aikiagen, Aikisagen. Now,
1% say you can rotate it around. Up.
no, it's from like what they think, and then you go to the other side. This goes down, and this goes up. It's very powerful. If you hold here like with two arms, you're really strong, like all your force. So I rotate on this point, and I go up, right? You go down, you get this movement. Try to prevent me from going up. So I'm rotating on this point. You feel? So I create this, and then go just to show you the effect. If I'm thinking about lifting you, it's really heavy. I did it with Thomas in Denmark many years ago. It's really like, but, you know, just want to show you with a very simple model now. Center, two opposite forces, just a rolling ball. And we do the Aikisaga every movement. So you can discover it in all movements you do. Go forward, go back, just rotate on a point and see how it works out in a technique. Okay, we do the beginning exercise. Ich, nicht, sam, shik, go, rock, sich, nach, nicht, sam, shik, go, rock, sich, nach, ich, nicht, sam, shik, go, rock, sich, nach, nicht, sam, shik, go, rock, sich, nach, ich, nicht, sam, shik, go, rock, sich, nach, nicht, sam, shik, rock, sich, nach, ich, nicht, sam, shik, go, rock, sich, nach, nicht, sam, shik, go, rock, sich, nach, ich, nicht, sam, shik, go, rock, sich, nach, nicht, sam, shik, go, rock, sich, nach, ich, ni, sam, shi, go, rock, sich, ach, ni, sam, shi, go, rock, sich, ach, ich, ni, sam, shi, go, rock, sich, ach, ni, sam, shi, go, rock, sich, ach, ich, ni, sam, shi, go, rock, sich, ach, ni, sam, shi, go, rock, sich, ach, ich, ni, sam, shi, go, rock, sich, ach, ni, sam, shi, rock, sich, ach, ich, ni, sam, shi, go, rock, sich, ach, ni, sam, shi, go, rock, sich, ach, ich, ni, sam, shi, go, rock, sich, ach, ni, sam, shi, go, rock, sich, ach, ich, ni, sam, shi, go, rock, sich, ach, ni, sam, shi, go, rock, sich, ach.
This exercise we will do it now. How's the tandem moving? What tandem and how is it moving? You can try it. How is it moving? What tandem? How does it move? Quite simple because the answer is the same. The lower one, yeah. Only the lower one, exactly. And how does it move?
Closes when you go down.
And how does it close? exactly. You can say the front goes down and back goes up. What I also like is the top goes forward and the bottom goes back. Because it was the same thing when we discovered this in a class. It feels like you're only moving forward, right? Like I said, with the elbow, it feels like you only throw it back, like you only want to move forward. But if you feel this on that, and the bottom side is moving back, and the front is forward, it's a completely different feeling. You can try it. What you do normally when you go forward and you reach forward, feel how that feels. Probably not much tanden, or maybe a little tanden, but a lot of leaning forward. And now, make sure the bottom of the tanden, the ball is going back, and the top is going forward. And while going forward, feel it's going back also on the other side. Feel the difference? You're very stable, you can just stay in this position, and otherwise it's more like, I want to go back. Now it's just rotation in action. It's kind of extending ki naturally. And then release it. And cool it. If you have any question, just ask me. I want it to be really clear so you can practice this.
Doing one side and then the other. You've got the back going that way and the top going forward.
Yeah.
You've got the opening over a bit as well. Is there anything, because you're not actively pulling back on this side as this goes forward.
What I do with that, like we do first the left side right and then the right side
Yes.
and then both. It feels for me then there's a smaller tanden on this side and I only activate that tanden.
Okay.
And the rest is just relaxed.
Rather than the big tanden going in six directions all at once. Yeah, okay.
It's more feeling so. I don't know if that's the answer, but that was my first impression when I did it. Because I thought, hey, when I use the big tanden, it's both sides going. If I just create one, almost like in the hip, like you said, the femur where it goes in the hip, and I just rotate that one, and I relax the other side completely.
Yeah.
You can try it also, so create a smaller tanden, and just rotate that one to the front and the back. And don't do this. Never do this. This is something completely different and it's very dangerous for your body because we're not stretching. And why? Sensei's explanation to this is kind of it pulls it in its limits, and then it lets go, and then it's stiffer after that. So kind of stretching, and you go back, and then it's stiff. So you really don't want it. You want to just activate it from the center, and then relax. And then there's more softness. Yeah. The other side is this way. And just relax.
Should you be pulling through your heel as well at the same time the hand is doing so?
I only feel my heel. You can see the heel is moving forward a little bit, like that's it. Do you mean by pulling
Well,
through?
it's not like if you stood up in connection to the ground, but sitting down at the same time. So this is elevating forwards at the same time.
Yeah,
At the same time, is that going backwards in the home?
yeah. Well, Sensei's explanation was you could see a little bit this is moving, so the heel
Okay.
goes forward.
Yeah.
But for now, I'm just mainly focusing on this and see how it works out through the body, because otherwise your mind is there also.
Yeah.
And let's keep the mind really in the center of the tanden and move from there. Let's see what happens. Yeah. Okay, let's do it. H, nee, sam, shi, go. 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 ich, ni, san, shi, go, ich, ni, san, shi, go, ich, ni, san, shi, go. What tanden is moving now? It's in the hip, right? The femur goes, one side goes up and one side down. And the right leg. And both. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, ich, ni, san, shi, go, ich, ni, san, shi, go. Now the lower tanden, the top is moving to the back and the bottom is moving to the front. So Sensei's words like the arching of the back, like a cat with a high back. It is because it's rotating. And then forward you rotate it to the opposite direction. So the bottom moves back and the front moves forward. Sitting. And stop turning the tongue, see how it feels. Maybe this is a familiar feeling. This is just empty. If I sneeze, you fall over. So start rotating again. And now I can push you strongly and then nothing will happen. Sitting. Same now, if you're laying like this, with an active tanden, very strong. And stop moving the tanden. See this slackness coming in your body, you just empty. I can push you over easily. Now start rotating again. Maybe it's tensegrity. Everything is together and it's active. Okay. You feel that difference? It's up to you to rotate your tanden, right? You can blame anybody, but nobody's on the switch of your tanden rotation. But you. When you sit, you can activate it. It's a whole different feeling. How it's rotating. This is what Sensei said like a really long time ago. Sometimes he said I was sitting in the cinema and he was kind of playing with it. He rotated in and then people were looking at him. Like he was drawing key in. You can rotate the other side. And you kind of sending it out. Shortcuts. He explained it also was like a secret technique. Before you had to fight for a lot of money. Like those stories, and but he said also like you can cut like this, or you can cut like this. You rotate like this, or you rotate like this. It's a different shortcut. No? You can, there's so many applications. It's just, the main thing is it's easy to do, It's very simple to do, right? Easy to understand, easy to do, and very effective. You see a big difference between there's no action and there is action. Then it's just a matter of time and practice. Do it daily. Just take some time and it's very. Did you also do with the rolling? Did I show the futon then how they open and close? My students should say yes. Huh? You would like to see it? So it's quite, well, the best thing is if you discover it yourself, but I will show it. So when we're rolling, look at the rotation of the two tanden, the lower and the middle one. How does it rotate? When you go here, here, also here, how is it active? You can almost see it in action, but try it first for yourself. Results of your research. Because you're all mice, I learned yesterday in the laboratory.
Mine feels, I say it feels like it wiggles, I'm not sure if that's the right word, but it feels like it opens a little bit to go backwards and then it rolls in and opens and closes and then opens, and on the way down it would close, open. It doesn't feel like it's, oh, you're going backwards, it turns in, you're standing up, it opens out. It feels like it's kind of going little bit, little bit, little bit, little bit, little bit, little bit.
It's spot on, those are the moments.
I showed you a while ago, but I noticed two versions happening with me. One was the one the original chapter where it was closed with an open door. But I noticed something different was happening now. It was the immediate state. I was leaving the door, it was closing, but the open was still connected. Then it was going up, and then it was very quick connection, it was falling. I don't know if it was right enough.
That's what you noticed that. Yeah. More results. No mind.
I like the idea when you stand up. It's like being almost
That feeling, it's nice, huh? Yeah. Yeah, good. Now I could see the difference with people. Maybe it's also training your body, or maybe it's the condition of your body, so everybody's different. And that's okay. But when it's really going well, you can see this core is in action. Like if I overdo it a little bit, all parts, if I want to go back, I have to open it up both. I open up, here I'm open, now I close, and I open. I close the two, and now I'm here. And I'm really close because I want to bring my weight here, and I'm really close. From here I'm opening up to it, and then I go back, I close them, I open up, close, open up, close, open up, right? And you see I can't isolate those two tanden, so it's not completely natural, but it's a practice. And often, and I could see it a little bit, it's like more is going on like this, or throw yourself forward, Right? Did you see? Now I'm not tandem, but I'm throwing a lot of things forward to get there. And of course it's not always perfect. I have the same thing. Doesn't matter as long as you know, oh, where's my mind? Where do I start from? You open, close, open, close, open, close, close, open, close, open. Right? There's a lot less effort. You will notice that. Yeah? Here we go. First you're sitting down. Each, nee, each, nee, each, nee, some, she, 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 so what did you notice? Is normal speed? Using from there?
It's good to close before you stand up.
Yeah, good point. That is a lot, people not closing before standing up. It's almost impossible physically, like this. And try to stand up from here. Just center gravity below your foot. Close. And open. Good point.
I had more, there was more power in the movement than I think I was used to, because at one point, as I was like, I just felt my knee sliding along the mat, because I was probably putting in what I would normally need to get back on top of actually doing it right, and you just feel yourself sort of sliding. So that need to do it right and not put the extra in. But it was just odd. You just notice that you're moving way more than normal.
More? Way more?
Like actually like sliding as I went, because I put the push that I would normally need to get back and get forward on top of efficient movement. So instead of where I expected to be, I slid, then had to come back further.
It's, maybe you're throwing weight, the outside weight is like centrifugal force, I guess. You throw it and it just rotates from the inside, but you know now what to do.
Yep.
It's a good experience. When we need to clean the mats, maybe you roll a little bit. Put some thing on your back.
So it's easier to control the rear wheel of a bike, for example, from the chain, rather than the rat running around the outside.
Yeah. That's great for training, because you want to have all these movements coming from here. It's good exercise. Okay. Each, nee, some, she, each, nee, some, she, each, nee, some, she, bo, rock, sich, ach, each, nee, some, she, each, nee, some, she, each, nee, some, she, bo, rock, sich, ach, each, nee, some, she, each, nee, some, she, nee, some, she, bo, rock, sich,
ach, ich, ni, sam, shi, ich, ni, sam, shi, ich, ni, sam, shi, ro, rock, sich, ach. Just be aware of this exercise. It's only going up and down with kind of your ankles opening and closing the thumb there. And the rest is just relaxed. And naturally of this relaxation it becomes more softer. So don't do it like this or just go up and down with your legs. Relax. H, nee, H, nee, H, nee, sam, she. What do you notice here when we're doing this?
There's also the part of God's effort.
Also that, yeah. Think of one line exercise. Yesterday I practiced everybody's here, the lower back. And I felt a lot of imbalance while moving. It was not 100% all the time. Sometimes when them went like this, it should be like straight, like going up and down. But also here, just the weight is more to the back, like you go in the middle third, right? With your center of gravity. Back, forward. This inside line, this arch. That's moving this direction, this direction, this direction, this direction. It's great training for your legs also, inside. Inside leg of your foot, inside of your leg. And the middle third, to the middle third. This side. Feet are really solid on the ground, both are solid on the ground. Use this middle, this inside arch, transfer the weight. It stays 100%. Feet together it's 100%. Because many times when we do this, and I test, people go, whoa. So you're doing your Aikido also like that. You're walking like that. Perform a technique. This arch needs to be super stable. That's why you're walking. That's your connection to the ground. Yeah. Here we go again. H, nee, H, nee, H, nee, sam, she, H, nee, H, nee, H, nee, sam, she. You just have to test it. So maybe we do it in pairs. You do the exercise. It's fine. Yep. Oh, yes, you can count. So we test each other like that. Yes?
Wat is dit? Maar die brug, die is wel goed dat die is gewoon.
Ja, inderdaad. Dus dan weer dan het. Nee, ik voelde wat jij al zei, zie ik daar maar blijkbaar heeft iets meer te duwen. Dus tension. Laatst merk ik juist, ik zit nog wel in de aandacht hier. Maar ja, je bent echt zo, maar dat kan je snel weg van gaan, dat ik wil doen, maar dan zit je met je aandacht hier. Toen dacht ik van nee, dat is master eyes, alles. En toen werd ik wat voller, dan kon ik wat meer om me heen en dat voelde wel stevig.
What you saw. And your hands, even though you're absolutely, your hands gently move. Yeah, yes, actually. Yeah, I did somewhere yeah. I know you're coming to talk.
Ja, maar nog dat zijn je zwakste leggen natuurlijk. Die kan je wel een beetje met je duim wel wat in, dus die moet je
Niemand heeft een opzet.
Dat snap ik met van terecht. Misschien een beetje zo te doen.
Ja.
Net zo lang aan het staan. Dan ben ik goed in die benen ontspannen.
Certainly makes a difference if your hands go out across your foot. Makes a hell of a difference if you go out your foot. Yeah.
Een pijn met mijn hoofd gegaan. Misschien is die achterste knie die gaat strekken. Hou naar boven. Ja, maar niet dat niet. Ja, ja. Ja, de achterste knie, dat ik daar nog wat rustig van was.
Nou ja.
Zou je een sprint zitten en worstelen?
Ja, ja.
Spanning inderdaad.
Nou ja.
Die worstelen. Helemaal aan het begin. Toen het nog niet was, hè, maar eerst gebruikte deze meer, maar die haalden hem ook uit balans.
Ja,
Nee, precies.
het is gewoon stabiel. Het zit in het tandem met die tandem.
Ja.
So you're straight there, you're looking down because you try to concentrate inside.
Nou, achter de komt hier de auto verzameld zijn. Dus dat is een ding die voor. Dat is eigenlijk meer de diep was. Hoewel hij zoiets krijgt. Ja, de woorden. Ja, op bepaalde feit dat ik deze goed in dat heb, maar deze dus hoog van de
I was looking for breakfast to get it in my system.
Yeah.
Actually, no.
Nou, ik hoop
For your next question, yeah.
I asked the question to see whether I was missing something. I might still be missing it.
So you're saying the tendon is just going horizontally backwards and forwards, no up and down. And how does that equate to weight coming up the legs and down the other? Yeah.
My right foot. Right? Yeah. I felt like I was going into my front foot when I was trying to focus on the past. Because I was relying on it on the brain. And I was trying to focus on this bit rather than that bit.
Bij jou zijn niet. Voet is toch horizontaal.
het lijkt wel dat het naar beneden indruist, en dan naar boven gaat. Dan mag je hem ook doen.
Yeah, bring your head down.
Head down.
Or stack it up and drop it
down.
back.
Drop down.
I think both, yeah.
Nee. Looks like I'm really massively moving my action.
Ja.
Van deze lijn hang je naar de andere lijn.
Daar zit wel iets, ja.
Ja.
Blijf erin.
It's like a steel ball. It's just
Als je naar voren gaat, daar is aan de grond. Dus die is wit. Haar een beetje inzakt met
Now
een
you
buik.
and then it's going a little bit like this.
Ja, en dat is
On my side. So knees.
Okay, so not to follow the rowing on it. Okay, follow it. Hands go up. Yeah. So you're not go, okay, so you just go backwards and forwards.
Yeah. Transferring on the inside of the leg as low as you
That is slowly. Yes. In the knees, so imagine the knees being
very soft on the bend. Yeah. Since I said one down like you're drunk, but those knees you don't know the feeling, you can imagine. So you stay low. Sometimes I feel like a train, like two rail tracks. I just stretch. Yeah. No muscle. The muscle will make you unbalanced. So good. Try with this. Your kata. Same. That's how we do a test.
Spelen nog in. Minder ver moest.
here.
So, low rider.
Ja.
Die was de derde die dan bij.
Ja, want toen ik dit ging doen, zag ik ook die beweging hier van jou klein werd. Dus daar zit wel wat in, want dat was echt het voelde.
Connected. Nee, dat is wat je
Dit is mijn ja, maar dat geeft misschien wat meer. Ik kan nog niet verder solide.
Okay, good. So, Sensei says create strong legs. Peter says Sensei told me make sure they create strong legs. Sensei told me and Peter told me and I told him to create strong legs. What is strong legs? We're not in the gym pushing, it's maybe also strong legs. Do these exercises. Maybe strong legs is not the right word, but this figure out a good word. Intelligent legs. Intelligent. Because it's really soft. Strength could also be they become stiff. It's really soft, you have to hang in your legs. Like a low rider with air suspension. Don't you walk like this. It's kidding. But that's really it. I see it with most people that sit in the legs. And they do great techniques, but those legs like there's no other option. This will dramatically change your Aikido. Really, it's really impressive. Peter also looked at the videos and it's not moving. And I checked the video from yesterday. For example, with Shironada. See often. What kind of legs can do that? Only stiff, high legs can do that. You don't need it. Maybe it's the same thing with, are you walking like a lowrider all the time? I don't think so. It's same with awareness. Sensei talked about Nenpa Shindo, like this light shining to the heart of the other one. But it's not like it's always on. It's like the movement detector. It's hanging there, and when there's movement, boom, it's on. Now I'm in the state. In every direction, my awareness is on. Nothing, okay, yeah, la la la, enjoying life, whatever. Okay, what's going on? I'm in a different state. In a low rider, open awareness, okay, I can move in any direction, I can do something. So now, yeah, okay, no problem, blah, blah, blah. Sometimes it's just good to be in a state, especially when someone is in front of you and wants to attack like this. Yeah, I was thinking about it yesterday evening. you were doing the exercises before, like when you come with Jokerman. Right? I'm standing here, and he was not aware at the moment, but now he's aware. He feels something going on, right? I will almost have to do nothing. See it already. He's like, okay. Right? But if I'm standing like this, I'm standing. Yeah, I'm ready. He's dead already. I have the space. My awareness is completely present. It's like almost physical. It's there. At least you will sense it. Maybe when you're really out there, you don't sense it so much, or like under influence or whatever. But normal people will sense it. Right? Right? Okay, it's now serious. What am I doing? Maybe they get some shit like, what am I doing? Why am I attacking you? Or like, I want to attack you, better not to do it. Maybe choose another one that's like, also not good, but it's not to me. Best thing is really to really interact with the person from there so he finds his balance again, so he's not going to other people. It's also a reason if you're really skilled in this. Right? First, just get this feeling. You know what I mean, right? You can see it. Maybe stand up and do it outside. So nothing's going on, not allowed, you're not practicing, you have the normal clothing, you just nothing wrong. But then all of a sudden you shoot, and then you go. It's not just physical, because I can sense from my corners of my eyes some physical movement and I'm throwing you over. So it's from your consciousness, from your awareness, from your shin, your core. Like, okay, something's going on. My perception is martial eyes. I see everything. I feel behind me. I'm really solid in my legs. But it's really soft, because if you go to the side, it's very easy to go there. And not what I see now, like, you're dead, right? So if the attacker comes, stop. I'm already there. He's behind you, stop. I'm already there. Right. So you're just ready from this. Very soft. Not a too wide stance. From here, any side, I'm there. You don't want to be on all the time, just normal, okay? Let's go my own way. When it comes again. When you do this, or what do you encounter when you practice this?
Stableness when you move in a state when you're in your presence and feel
Yeah.
like you're
Stable in your presence, like stable in
stable
your
and calm and
awareness.
you're in a position and you like settle there instead of running.
So, do I understand correctly, like you're stable in your awareness?
Yeah.
And you're still stable, or is it like it's moving, so it's kind of...
Yeah, when you move, then you settle into a stableness straight away.
Ah.
Because so when you move, then your whole sense is ready.
Yeah, you said that I'm a little bit going into what you're exactly saying, literally, and find out what's going on, and we can find out things. Is it settling in this
It
posture.
settles, yeah. It settles to a factor, but you're
But if you
feeling
go back-
present within yourself.
Exactly. If you before settling in, what happened? Why do you have to settle in again?
Okay.
You know what I mean? You're
Yeah.
settled in, you still, nothing changed. You
Yeah.
didn't go out and then settle in this moment. No.
Okay. Yeah.
And that's not just for you, I saw that with many people, and it comes out like in the end, you're not completely stable. You feel this, right? You recognize it? Because you're so fast, like, it's really bad. Then you're dead. Because you trigger the other one and he will attack you right away and you're not ready yet. Because you first have to settle and then do something. So you're already settled, and from this settling, extension is there. If you can't, I'm just going into it. There's no moment of losing it and catching it again. Because that's the moment that you do this, you fall and you drop. With the one-line exercise, it's always 100%. So that's why your body has to get used to it, and I know you can. For example, there's a fire, like a stove, cooking something, and you put your hand in the fire. Do it. Try it. What happens when you do it? So that's what you can do. Right? Very natural way. So this is only here. Just relax and soft. If you're like slacking, like oh, burning. Oh yeah, let's take it out. It's different. Like so, in your mind you can be there, but in this situation now. So the reflex is there in a relaxed body. It's like awareness is moving in this direction. It's still, it's everywhere. So the body never changes, only position. That's why we practice a direction in every side should be an attack. Don't be faster than your awareness with your body. Don't get tense. Awareness is direct. Awareness, direct. Awareness, direct. And I think it will improve if you do a lot of this rotating, and just when it stops, just keep on rotating from the core. Just strengthen your awareness really massively, and then release it. Rotate your center. Keep on rotating. Release it. Then you get used. Your mind is settled, and then it can focus on this settled feeling. If you always do like this, then you train yourself. Relax. Relax. Not this. You train something that's you make yourself very weak. Still rotating. Maybe you can try, so you can use it on. Let's think you have a book in. When you go up, rotate open. Open. So your hand is just here in the middle. And then you close. Keep it closed for a moment. You bend, you feel the bent knees. This is the same bent knee feeling you just had. The arch is very active. And relax. And open. Just do open. So don't think about your arms too much. I don't want to push you. Hopefully it's not needed, but you will feel all like we just had. Open those two. Close them. You're really stable. And relax. And especially at the end of keeping this posture, very relaxed but still rotating. Then relax. That trains your mind and your body. You can do this at home. It's very good practice. just trying different directions, no problem. You open up, rotate.
Thinking in so much different directions. There's turning tandem and then seeing where I end up.
Better take control, so you know where you end up, because you know there's the thread. There's my cut. One cut. Maybe I've heard about the concept of Zanshin, training within the process, remaining mind. You feel a lot happening, and that's great. Just experience what's happening there, and then release. Zanshin is like, in a way, it's the remaining mind at the end. When you throw someone, it's still there, but it's in a martial way. It's like I'm still present. If he's attacking, I'm just defending. I'm not thinking about attacking him, but it's also if my mind is there, my essential key is there. I'm still ready for anything that comes, and it will be my key is like that, so nothing comes in. Then I step back. It's like the echo of the cup. You just hear the echo until it just dies out. Yourself, we suggest it. Okay, so maybe use it in a technique. Otherwise, we never finish the starting exercises. It's a very simple technique. So step forward. Don't do anything with your upper body. Just empty step and shift your weight. Same position. Am I pushing him? No, I'm just changing my position. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Turn your body weight on your arm around the
This comes in.
Yeah.
You know this. Cool, and everything.
Behind your back and it goes to the front.
Yeah, there's always a left.
Do this later, so it's very soft. Bit more There's of course my weak point. This is a leg here. Oh! Look at this. Second one.
Where you stand, look at the triangle and choose the third point. That's the weakest point. Yeah. So you know, like standing on a ridge, you can push from the side with the weakest point. I do empty step, shift weight. I do empty step, make sure I do shift weight. Exactly in with my stomach posture as the weakest point. What you did is it was in a way that's good to understand what you're going to do, and then you step in, you slide in. It's okay, but what I like to do is like the more shadow step, empty step, the more people step. So on this foundation, and then there's a way to it. Yeah, yeah. What's the point? So my shadow is already in the weakest spot, and then I want to kill it.
That's okay.
That's fine.
It's coming from the ground.
So I was on that.
Dat is even erg op het nee, zit er toch bij aanraken. Oh nee,
Hiervoor word je bedankt. Sorry? Ja, ik vind
nou, eigenlijk niet. U wou tegen mij aanlopen, maar ik had gewoon aan het werk. Geen zin in de
ja, de dikke is dat is de Martijn natuurlijk ook. Mooi,
Ik ben maar sterkste versie. Ook naar het vaste punt, die combinatie maakt het.
het zwakste punt bij je, dat is mijn
Daar moet het zijn. Ben je niet te doen, dan ben je stabiel, hè? Dan sta je van tevoren in zijn kracht. En ik kan met die eerste stapman een beetje positioneren. En mijn meest stabiele houding gaat niet naar de slechtste kant. Goed wel, gemakkelijk. En dan als ik geplaatst dan denk je misschien, hè, maar dan ben je al te laag.
ja. Wat nog warm heen gaat en dan draait mijn merk op ook weg.
Stable legs.
Okay, you can stay together, we continue this practice. You do a little extra, is this Esanuka? You do the exercise. When I fall, I test what's going on. So this good feedback. Now you see the change. Something in his mind was not connected to the tanden and thought I have to go there because you think there's someone I have to move. Just move yourself. Empty step, shift weight. Empty step, shift weight. That's all you do. What happens there is all because they touch you, there's an effect, but I'm not throwing the other one. Because he did this on purpose, now you see the difference. Yeah, it's very stable. And it's effortless, right?
Yeah.
You don't have to resist the falling because you're just stable. It's like water, it just slides up over you. It's really strong.
You also did it on purpose.
Uit balans. Als de ander al mee toe komt, dan hoor je het zo.
Yeah, hold it on.
Yeah, when I'm
And the point is very good.
I'm not too far, it's just when you're hanging on, only becomes more stable. Yeah, it's nice feeling. Just at the fair, when you
Nee, inderdaad niet. Dat hij
Ja, dat maakt het cool aan.
Ja, dat is echt kan ik mee voor omdraaien?
Nee. Ik ben op tafel geweest.
Niet in mijn hoor.
No, I don't know. Oh.
I think there's something from still. Now we're ready to play.
Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe.
Dat is ook een goede antwoord de zaak nog gezien. Ja, dat is nog mee. Dat is niet waar ik aan het feedback. En je weet al dat je zelf een schokje hebt.
Mooi. Ja, ja. I heard it. Ja, veel steun. Ja, vanmorgen. Deze is morgen is het best. No, but no, they do too much. Dat is ook heel uit te doen wat.
Je blijft er vanzelf zelf staan. Hè? Ah. Ja, dan ben je met boven.
Ja. Sorry. Nee, niet als ja, ik zou het niet.
Nice to meet you.
Wat ik nou heel subtiel vind van ook eerst er is een moment. Dan kan je net even te vroeg doen of net even te laat. Dat is al een heel timing dingetje.
Tot waar kun je nog even zien, maar
ja,
som jezelf
ja, dat is ook inderdaad. Zonder dat je gaat tensen en moeilijk.
Ja, dood.
Ik vond het wel komen. Ik kan het maar gewoon hetzelfde doen.
Ik probeer het wel te horen, maar ik weet niet of
So we're doing technique, but there's not emphasis on the technique. We use principles, right? So in another class, we can focus really on technique and step by step and everything. I use this form. Yeah, we talked about it yesterday also. And Chris, we were exploring this. So you just use a form to express something and to practice something. I think that's what we do. It's not just form that's the holy grail, and the form looks perfect and more flashy and more flashy. It's good to use it for a purpose, like doing Aikido. And we were just talking about it. It's a bit like a float. I look at the word, you know, when you're fishing. Dobber. And the thing is in the water with the hook, with the thing on the water that's moving. It's normally, well, I think there are many kinds, I'm not an expert, but there's something sticking up, and that's a bigger thing, right? And it goes like this. And where does this point? Where does the word point? Straight up, right? Center line. So what happens if the bigger thing is not so stable, your legs, and you maybe you can hit this. But if it's really stable, you just go in the water. Maybe you feel a little bit this moves, but it's just going up straight away. Have an earth connection. Right? So I'm not in the is it the mundane, the earthly, the worldly thing? I'm not working in the worldly dimension. It's not me against him. Because then I'm in a different mindset. It's fighting. That's not Aikido. I'm in the heaven-earth connection. From this heaven-earth connection, the energy of heaven and earth comes together here, and that's why it radiates. This connection is very important. That's what I keep. This is how I move. And if he contacts me, and of course something happens in this plane, right? Like horizontal plane, but I try to stay in vertical. Sensei's explanation was also, you know, the cross, right, from the church. Same. This is the big line, this is the small line, right? This is very important. Of course, this also, make sure it's in the right proportion. Often it's like, oh, you're here, I'm here, yes, horizontally we're gonna work, and he holds me. I'm pushing. When you fall, hold me. I'm working me against you. Right? Maybe you win, maybe you don't. Okay. I'm here, in this connection here. This is for me very important. Right? See the difference? It's just a mindset. Depends, maybe this is more important for you, that's also possible. But this connection is not so stable. You get a new car, it gets broken, it gets old, and it goes away. You go on a holiday, something happens, it's not what you expected, or whatever. Or it's over, and good memory, but oh, I wish it was longer. All these things change. You will never find this kind of peace there. This stability. Stability is here. It's always there. It never changes. Like the consciousness is there. The pure consciousness, the essence of it, this, whatever, give it names. That's where I want to be connected. If I'm stable there, I can interact. And I'm a very good partner in the whole society because I'm stable, connected there. From there, I'm doing my thing. Maybe it's art, maybe it's science, maybe it's business, whatever. Gardening, whatever. Whatever you chose, whatever you resonate with, like, this is for me. I feel good. Not maybe when you're younger, it's like, oh, because my parents say so, because society says so, because my study, you need this direction. But later you find out, I resonate with this. Right? So from this connection, it becomes more clear, and it brings you happiness or fulfillment instead of pleasure. It's nice, oh, it's over. Relationship, finally, I'm whole now with my partner. And she cheats on me, and I'm broken. Or she goes away, or she fights me. It's never there, that will always change. It's like a attacker. Right? So I'm here. Like a float. You see, I try to show it a bit more extra, instead of like yes, or this, yes, you and me, yes, you and me, you attack me, I throw you, honey, let's go, I'm happy, yeah, good, I was lucky, I'm still gonna throw you. Immediately I go in this direction. He just gives a little bit of extra weight in my direction. Same, I think Peter said it too, like the lizard leg. in a way you can think it's quite unstable when you get pushed from the side, right? From the top, it's very stable. Ah, that makes sense. That's why it's stable. Right. If I'm standing like this, you will never get me down. Right? So, this is the direction. So what we can do now, maybe if you stand up, I will show you and then we'll do by ourselves. We were doing Yokomanuchi, Yokoman, Chi, and Shihonaga. Do this exercise. Each, it's like holding the sword, rotate, just do that and that's the technique. We will continue. This is what you do. That's all. So it's not this. Right? Nobody does it, but look at video. I didn't say it. You look for yourself. So, right? Not everybody did it, but it happened. So arch, Aikido. So it's not only up, so you rotate, one point goes down, one up. Here, you have the sword here, like you hold normally with the lower hand by your forehead. Then you rotate, and then you collapse, you turn and you keep on there. It's a Shihanada part of it. So if it's more supple, try it for yourself. I see some research happening. What problem do you encounter when you turn?
The centre may shift.
Yeah?
The centre might shift back and forth.
Center axis is.
Yeah, so trying to keep it in the middle.
Okay.
This is Yoshi's thing, making sure it stays in the middle.
Anything else you encountered when you were turning?
Finding it tricky to have the soft knees and the readiness here, but also the lightness in the feet to move.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe not quickly, but without having to sort of like really think about moving the weight around to pick the feet up, because I put it down and now I can't get it back up again.
That's a good area where you're looking at. So you have soft knees. You kind of bring your weight back so you can rotate in. You shift your weight, and then just release it. And then close it on there. Right, so you need moon shadow. What is it like? You cannot move like the weight on 2 feet and then move 2 feet at the same time. If I push you, you'll be unbalanced. So then you go up here, and you back to your back leg, shift the foot, rotate the axis from the legs, and then close. And the problem maybe, if I understand correctly, is that there's too much tension in your legs. So it's difficult to just, it's like rotating your bone in the socket of the hip. Let's try it for yourself. If you're on the back leg, you can easily rotate the femur in the hip. Right? It's quite some reach. And then you shift the weight to that point, and then you just release it when the weight's there, and then you turn naturally. And then you close it. You can everything is just on try it. Again, hold and release. Not like this. Great. It's different, huh? Before we were just walking straight, and now all of a sudden we're turning, and then still have to be balanced. And so sometimes I see that people change. Right? It's good exercise. And now with your partner, so first at the center, look. Here I go up. Rotate, close. Go up, rotate, close. Just try this a little bit more like exercise emphasis on this. Make sure you get this part in order and to stay away from things like this.
But now it's just step forward. Yeah, like that. And
Put the weight in. The weight is good.
Yeah.
connection to your middle without pushing the bridge, never losing it. Then you can easily come on But it's my show. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's better. Slide those adding. I don't know what it is.
I've got my hand nicely there, the other one.
Okay, so what do you get? You can do that design yeah, with your mark position. Yeah, that's it. That is technical. Oh, that's. Ja, dan moet je een beetje anderhalf deze aan de voeten pakken.
Ja, zoals ik was niet helemaal
Working on the elbow makes you rotate. Now I'm the one now you rotate normal. I'm already in a good position. I'm close to 2 tendons. For me it's a good exercise because I'm still trying to take the center, but I have to be often it's like this. Oh, I don't feel so much. Like, and they are stiff. It's like this.
Now I'm doing right. It's important. Yes, yeah, but that shoulders. Yeah. For me anyway, I think that social shoulder will put down below the point. Een beetje je arm, ik vind bijna zo, hè? Ja. Geen rotatie. Concentrate on this, but like this. I don't have much thing here.
En dat wil je niet hier houden, niet weglopen, maar in je benen draaien. Dus maar ja, als je dat niet doet, blijf je ja, deel het met je benen. Ja, ik ben al met de benen zijn.
Okay, yes.
Het is een apart zo'n één keer.
We'll continue. I think some more with this one after the break. I was thinking about something yesterday and it just came up when we were doing it. I would just want to show you this. I feel often it will kind of twist one part of your body, right? This will be twisted and often you keep it local. And that's very dangerous. Because if this doesn't twist, only this, and then it's like, there's your arm. Looks like this. This is twisted, right? But if this doesn't rotate, then here, and it goes down, it closes. Well, only this part will go down, right? You know the feeling? Be softer. If it rotates, I just want to move it all over my body, and especially my legs. So it's really down, and then I can easily sit down and take the fall. So that's the ukumi practice, right? I'm still attacking you from my center, from my legs towards you, until it's like, okay, now I cannot do anything. I take ukumi and I come back. Right? And it's very simple if you just twist them up and just realize. You see, here and here happens something, but there not. So if I go down, here will be almost pain. This part will be separate from this part. So now, if I rotate, really soft, when this happens, this move, but then this move on your legs, so lower and this, like this, yeah, stand on your legs, keep balance, stay like this. It's this. But I'm really balanced, I can easily go down. I just want to show this rotation. I can start here, and the rest will follow. And if we can if you don't follow, so follow more. The ball fingers. And now don't lose your center line. You see, you're now here, but here's your center line within your legs. Maybe this would be and now don't hang back, put this forward so it's still between your feet. Here. And you're still stable. And you can decide when I close, the weight is on this foot, and this one you put down to the floor. See? It's very stable. Because you didn't put it local. When I did Penchak Silat, it was like with really hard impacts. Normally, you keep it here and it's really painful. But as soon as you receive, try to let it flow through your whole body. Still painful. You know? I let it go. Let it flow through your whole body. So when you move, just don't let me allow when you move your arm. Now it's stuck here, you see? So just let it flow through your body. Yes, I feel nothing. My energy, my force went through the floor, through your body. First time it stopped here. And then when I really got strength on that point, it's not the best moment to receive it in this position. See? It's the legs. Basically, we say from leg to leg. What I'm doing. It's not my arm to your arm. It's my leg to your leg. My leg to your leg. Yeah. And then we feel harmony. You felt it just like a towel, right? It's just laying there. Well, it's really solid from two sides. So we have lunch now, so I'll stop for a moment. Let me see what we will do. If it's okay with you, I would like to start at 1:15. Is it okay? Arigato gozaimashita.
Thank you.
Ja,